I know you guys are excited about Next Generation just as much as I am, and I want to do my biggest giveaway ever. I'm giving away an Xbox Series S to one lucky subscriber. If you want to win this Xbox Series S, all you have to do is follow me on this YouTube channel, follow me on my Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. I will pick a random person on November 10th when the console releases, and I will pick one and I will send one to you. So, do those things if you want a freaking Xbox Series S. ¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend.
and in today's video, I already know the best build in NBA 2K21. And you might be asking,
Pack, the game's not even out. We haven't even gotten able to touch the build system, so how can you possibly know what's a good build in this game?
here's the thing, I did a little mathematics, thugonomics, that's some John Cena for you. I was able to figure out how the build system works, and I'm already able to figure out one of the best builds in the game just off of math, and I'm actually pretty proud of myself for this one. Before this video starts though, be an OG, join the pack, and subscribe, and let me describe how I did this. So, here is the MyPLAYER builder that they've already shown us, so we've already gone over this, right? I agree. So all you see is all these attributes, and we've already discussed how you can have different attributes, and there's still cap breakers, but you can put attributes in wherever you specifically want now. It's not like a pie chart. You can put it where you want to put it. And you can go up to 95 overall, and you start off as probably a 40 overall. But every single attribute starts off as a 25. So if I went to the max, I realized that if you remove all the attributes back to 25, you end up with 964 attribute points, and this is assuming it gets to 95 because it was showing us a 94. I went up to 95 theoretically, and I was able to show that there's 964 attribute points in total that you can put in whatever you want to cap out on 95 overall, so almost 1,000 attribute points. And what I did is I went through attribute by attribute, and I found out what I wanted to put in where to make sure it fit inside the 964 attribute cap point. And I found out what is the best possible build I can do with this. Now there's a lot of limitations here. First, I never went past the cap breakers they already had. So for example, speed with ball cannot go past 90, your speed can't go past 90, so I never went past 90 because it was a cap breaker there. So that's fair. I could have got 95, but I didn't want to cheat, so just breaking that clear. Now, another thing, we have no clue how the badges are going to look like. I'm just letting you know now, like we have no idea, so that's something that we're going to have to find out another time. And then this player is only 6'5", exactly 205 pounds with a wingspan of 6'10", which is a little longer than normal, like middle wingspan. So that's what we know so far. I could make him lighter to make him faster. Personally, that's what I would do, but we don't know how that works yet. So we're leaving him as a 95 overall, 6'5", 205 pound, wingspan of 6'10", and badges are a complete unknown. So this is the build that I made, and I'm going to show you guys this right now. So we're going to start off with the finishing attribute points. Starting off with a close shot of 85 overall. I could have made it more, but I felt like that was appropriate, and I wanted to put other things in more importantly. Driving layup 80. Now you might think driving layup 80 is pretty low and bad, but don't worry about it, sweetheart. Remember that it's going to go up to 84 when we become a 99 overall, and not only that, 80 is good enough. There's not a lot of times where you have to lay it up. Most of the time you're going to be dunking. Speaking of dunking, a 95 driving dunk, and you might be like, so you're a slasher. Just give it some time, don't worry about it. So I am a 95 driving dunk attributed, which means I will get 99 in time. That means I get contact dunks, crazy alley-oops. It is going to be a disgusting dunking build for sure, and I'm going to be postering every single person I can, and it's going to be awesome. Standing dunk 25, I felt there was no reason to have standing dunk when I'm a 6'5" player. Like, why? I mean, there are moments and I guess it'll be helpful, but I'd rather dunk in driving situations than standing, and there's a lot more things that I'd rather have than standing dunk. And post control, which is basically going to be post looks and post fade, completely that's to 25. I'm never going to be working in the post like that, so it was no reason for me to even touch that. When it comes to badge points from the finishing, who knows? It might be about like 10 to 15. We don't really know how many badge points it's going to be, but about 10 to 15, okay? Now shooting, now this is a primary shooting build with a 95 midi and a 95 3-point shot. Bruh, I can dunk on anybody I want, and I can shoot over anybody with max shooting and a lot of shooting badges. I don't know if it's going to be 30 shooting badges. It's going to be between 20 to 30 shooting badges, which is still an amazing amount. So I can become an incredible, almost perfect shooter. I can dunk on anybody. This build's already out of control. Now, I did sacrifice free throws. I have a 25 free throw, and you might be thinking, what is wrong with you? Personally, I don't play Pro-Am 5v5, and I don't play Rec. I only play 3v3 for the most part in Park and in Pro-Am. Now, I get some of you would want 25 free throws, so that's why I have an asterisk on this one. If you want to bump this up to get more badges and to get more free throw shooting, you can. I personally don't want that, so I didn't even touch it. But it would make sense why you would want it, right? And maybe you could dumb down the driving dunk a little bit. Who knows? You can figure it out. Okay, so playmaking. So this one is kind of all over the place. First of all, pass accuracy is kind of low at a 70 overall. Now, it's not great, but it's enough to throw alleys. It's enough to throw like decent passes, so it's not really going to have any problems. You should still be able to get dimer, or at least somewhat of a dimer. So, I mean, it'll be fine. It's good enough for pass accuracy. This ball handle, I put 85. I didn't put it higher because I didn't see the reason to, and I didn't put it lower because I don't know what the pro dribble moves attribute like breaker is going to be, like what you need. It could be 80, it could be 85, or even more, but I think it's going to be 85. It could be less, but I'm going to keep it at 85 because that's what it was this year in the beginning of the year. But you want those pro dribble moves if you want to be a nasty ISO player. You need it to get open, and that's absolutely keeping at 85 at least. Speed with ball. This is a brand new attribute. I felt that 90 was easily like maxed out. That's as fast as I could do it. That's as high as I could do it. You want to be as fast as possible. I need to be fast. And so speed with ball 90 was a no-brainer, non-negotiable. I needed that up. So we already have pro dribble moves with fast dribbling and fast running. We have great three-point shooting, like amazing three-point shooting, and we can poster people. I mean, how can this build get even better than that? You just wait. Defense. So interior defense is 25. I mean, I'm a guard. It really doesn't matter. There are moments where I guess I would need it, but if I'm playing threes, I feel like I really won't need it that much, so I kept it low. But it could be changeable if I needed to. The one that's important is perimeter defense at a 95. I have 95 dunk, I have 95 3, and I have a really high dribble with 95 defense. I am broken. I'm officially a demigod at this point. 95 defense, or ending up becoming a 99 defense, is the best with Hall of Fame defensive badges. Is unstoppable. Like, it's already an unstoppable build. Steal, I have it as a 70. I think 70 is good enough to get some passing lane steals, and plus I'm going to have long arms. Personally, I'm going to go max wingspan if I can get all these attributes, so it's not even going to matter. Block is low at a 40. Offensive rebound is low as a 40, but defensive rebounding is at 80, which is really good for a guard. There is a couple moments where you're going to need a rebound, so I thought that getting 80 rebound is good. You can interchange it though. If you want better steal, if you want better block, if you want better interior defense, you can remove defensive rebounding and put in other things, but that is a nasty attribute. And finally, the physicals. Speed 90 and acceleration 90. Obviously, this is not 99, which is what I like to have, but then again, it's not letting me touch my height or my weight. If I make him lighter and if I make him an inch shorter, I could probably have 99 speed, so it's still a good build no matter what. Even with 90 speed plus your workout, which is going to make you a 94 speed, that's still pretty damn fast, let's be real. Strength is as weak as possible. This might come to bite me in the butt, and we'll see what happens. Strength might be an important attribute. I've always felt the strength is not a big deal, so I didn't really care for it. But I do have a 95 vertical. Bro, I'm going to be dunking on everybody, and then on top of that, I have 95 stamina. I mean, what can't this build really do with what you need? It can do everything as long as you're a guard. If you're a guard, you can do everything so well. Yes, you're sacrificing maybe passing accuracy and standing dunks and post control, but like, bro, who cares if you're a guard? It's not going to matter. I'm already going to say confidently, assuming this is possible, which I see no reason to, this is possible, and assuming the badges are at least decent, this is one of the best builds in the game already. I don't even know what this would be called. It's good at everything. So what do you call this build? A two-way god? Like, what do you even call this? So this is already one of the best builds in the game, and yes, this was all with 964 attribute points used. So this is possible. This is crazy that this is possible, and I cannot wait to try it out next gen. What do you guys think about this build? Which build would you rather, like, what would you change and fix? Leave it in the comments below, and if you like this channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.